Since the dawn of time, there has been speculation about what lies beyond. Beyond life, that is, and the various aspects that make up the human body and spirit. The soul has, for that same length of time, been believed to hold the human spirit and is said to leave our bodies when we die. However, there are also times when the soul leaves the body for its own reasons. With camera technology as good as it is today, it's not that surprising that it's been caught on film. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. With that being said, let's begin. Number 5. Soul standing over man's body. The first piece of footage in our list comes from somewhere in Thailand and shows just how closely life is linked with death. This is quite a short video, it's just over a minute long, but what you will see may change your idea of life and the afterlife altogether. Whether or not you believe in humans having a soul, you cannot argue or explain what happens in this video. The clip starts just moments after a horrific car crash in which a young man loses his life. Don't worry though, as we won't show you the crash itself, just the amazing thing that happens afterwards. So this footage from a CCTV camera picks up the horrible road accident, and what happens next will blow your mind. The footage shows what happened when a truck crosses an intersection and hits a motorcyclist who is traveling in the opposite direction. Both the motorcycle and its rider are thrown into the air and land on the other side of the road next to an electrical pole. The body lies face up at the side of the road. This is where we join the clip. The truck slowly rolls to a stop, and above the body of the motorcyclist, a black figure appears like a shadow. Everyone around is checking if the victims of the accident are alright and can be seen walking around both the truck and the man's body. Nobody reacts to the shadow as if it can be seen. It just stands there calmly as the people rush around it in attempting to get help or make the area safe. Some people have claimed that this video was altered to make the soul appear real, but we'll leave it up to you to decide. Number 4. Man's soul leaves body on hospital table. It's crazy to think that humans have a soul, and even crazier to think that at times when it leaves the body, it can be caught on film. Here's another case of the soul being caught on tape. The second clip on our list comes from a casualty ward. It's the late evening on the 24th of July. At the beginning of the clip, we can see a young man lying on a hospital table with tubes and sensors attached to his body. Surrounding him are nurses and doctors who are all attempting to keep the young boy alive. In the background, we can hear the loud beeping of the electrocardiograph machine. This beeping shows that at this point, the young man is very much still alive. The footage was caught on the hospital's own CCTV system, and as the clip continues, we can see the doctors doing all that they can to help the young man until there's nothing more that they can do. At this point, the young man is left on his own, and all the doctors disappear from the shot. The beeping of the monitor continues as this man's heart beats a few last times. At the moment that the machine shows his heart has stopped beating, we can hear a long, solid beep. This is the moment that the young man dies and, as some would believe, passes over to the other side. At this exact moment, we can see a blurry figure appear above the young man. The blur is the same color as the young man and is believed to be his soul exiting his body. The doctors flood into the room upon hearing the loud beep and attempt to bring the young man back to life. Despite trying everything, the doctors could do nothing to save the man's life. It could be argued that there was nothing that they could do once the man's soul had left his body, if you believe in that type of thing, that is. Number 3. Soul outside ambulance. Viewer discretion is advised for our next clip, as it shows the very graphic aftermath of a serious car accident. What it also shows will change the way you think about life, death, human beings, and, of course, the soul. The young man involved in this accident died in the hospital 3 days later, so our wishes are with the family of the victim. The clip begins with a wide shot of the scene where the car crash happened. There's a red ambulance on one side of the road and a fire truck behind. In front, there's a silver car which was involved in the crash. At this stage in the clip, the young man involved in the crash is already inside the ambulance. Right at the ambulance's back doors, you can clearly see a slightly blurred figure. We can see the medics walking past and through the ghostly figure as they exit and enter the ambulance through its back doors. The figure seems to be the soul of the young man who's inside the ambulance. It just stands there looking around as if wondering where to go. We can see cars passing by on the road in the background, but still the figure doesn't move. Both the wide shot and the zoomed in shots show the ghostly figure just standing and waiting at the back doors of the ambulance. Some people would readily believe that this figure was the soul of the young man, and that it was standing there while he was fighting for his life. There's plenty of speculation as to whether or not the video's real, but those who believe in the soul of a human being will see that there's a strong argument for its authenticity. Was the soul waiting to be returned to the body, or was it just deciding where to go next? Unfortunately, the young man lost his life several days later, and his soul was allowed to go where it wanted to. Another piece of proof that the humans. Number 2. Souls in the morgue. When a person dies, it's said that their soul leaves their body and moves on to the afterlife. Sometimes this can happen that very moment that a person dies. There is, however, no set rules for how and when this process can take place. Our next clip was filmed in July of 2014, but was published in late July 2016 and shows what happens when a soul waits a while before finally leaving the body. CCTV footage taken from the morgue in this hospital shows a large empty room with a bed along the side wall. The bed contains the body of a man who recently passed away. His body is being kept there so that the doctors may prepare it for autopsy or just hold on to it for when the funeral home comes to collect the body. The first minute of the clip is pretty uneventful and is much what you might imagine from a CCTV camera set in the morgue of a hospital. Then, just over a minute into the video, something absolutely amazing happens. The soul of the man lying on the bed appears to rise up out of his body. At first, we can see the ghostly outline of the dead man sitting up in the bed as if checking its surroundings. Maybe it wants to know where it is. It stays sat up on the bed for a matter of moments before we can clearly see the figure rise up and out of the dead man's body. The man's soul seems to fly up and above the body of the man before slowly gliding up across the shot and out of the top of the screen. It took a while for this man's soul to realize that it was free, but once it did, it left for the next place. Again, there are some who would claim that this footage had been faked somehow, but if you ask us, this footage is pretty hard to argue with. Number 1. Chilean woman's soul. Our last clip on our list comes from Chile, where the number of fatal traffic accidents are at a worldwide high. High in the Chilean mountains, there's a road which is famous for its deadly nature. It's been widely known as one of, if not the most dangerous road in the world. Known as the Damned Road, or the Highway of Death, the A16 highway in Chile is one of the most fatal roads in the world to drive on. This is not only due to the bad driving practices which are commonplace in Chile, but it is mainly due to the poor condition of the road and the sheer vertical drops off the side. This clip, published on the 25th of February 2010, comes from a Chilean news channel, and what we will witness in the video is beyond amazing. With over 3 million views, we can see that we're not the only people to at least find this footage interesting. The clip begins with the news reporter talking about the accident on a Chilean TV channel. Then we're taken to the scene where you can clearly see a large group of spectators have gathered to see what's happened. In amongst the rubble of people, we can see one figure who appears to be walking toward the accident. The outlined figure in the picture, which was taken by a bystander on
What? You want to throw up? I don't understand. What do you want? How are you? Good. You like me? A lot of people like me. Who doesn't? I know. Thank you. Do I want to go out with you? No. 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 Bye.
Could you write something for him really quick? Because he's got the pen. I'm not really good with sign language.
And who are you?
I'm his assistant from the hearing aid company that I have. Could you write something for him real quick? Right, okay. It's not a, the hearing aid company is good news, but I also have bad news. So that's why it's coming from you. It's going to be better. Someone took $900,000 out of his personal account. It was a woman, because this guy's a sweet dude for girls, as I can see. So one of the girls took $900,000, she left him, and the hearing aid company, because we work at a hearing aid company, we made $5.4 million in revenue stream. So
wow.
Yeah. Were you
He's
talking
rich?
to him? Yeah, he's very rich. Yeah. I wish I had his job. I mean, I'm an intern. I don't get paid much. I'm like the assistant intern. I'm trying to move myself up. Just could you write this real quick? Hearing aid 5.4 million. Here. Fine. Yeah. He's Mahalo.
Hi. Do you want to go out? Let's go. Let's go. Yeah? Okay, okay, one moment. I'm gonna call my friend. Call my friend. Hi! Oh my god! Where are you? How are you? Okay, I don't care. Guess what? No, guess what? I met this retarded rich kid. He just got like 5.4 million. And this girl stole 900,000. I'm gonna go and be with them right now. I can't wait to give you details. Oh, bye.
I'll take off this hearing aid because actually I'm not deaf. I'm not deaf at all, and I heard everything you said there on the phone. I don't know if it was your friend, whoever it was. Wow, I don't appreciate that at all. It's really, really offensive.
I didn't
and I can't believe that even came out of you, to be honest.
I didn't say anything.
You didn't say anything. I heard everything.
Are you
know
kidding
what?
me right now?
No, and I'm not gonna go out you. I'm not gonna go out you at all. And you know what? I don't have to hear to listen to a gold digger like you. Hello?
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, hi. Hey there. What's your name? It's nice to meet you. I'm Rob. Sorry, I didn't hurt you, did I?
No, not really.
Is this you?
Yeah.
Okay. And what are you doing?
Nothing much. Just waiting for a friend.
All right. Would you want to maybe go stroll? I was just going for a walk.
I I'm waiting for somebody, so I can't right now.
You sound nice though. Can you give me your hand?
Sure.
Oh, that's nice. You seem nice.
Thank you.
I see. That's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, sorry, that seems awkward. I just wanted to see what you feel like.
No, I understand.
Okay. Seems kind of hot though.
Yeah. Miami weather.
Yeah. So you say then we go get something cold, something that cools down. Not now if you don't want to, but I'd love to maybe take you out sometime.
I don't know. I don't think so. Sorry.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate the conversation though.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. All right. Before I go, can you give me a tissue? If you can hear it, I'm a little sick.
Yeah, sure.
I've been sick for about a week. Wait, let's hear it. Just a tissue. It's in the smaller pocket.
You got something
Huh?
here.
What? What?
No, never mind, nothing.
All right. This one Kleenex I should have in there. Can you find it?
No, there aren't any.
Oh, there should be. Add them in there.
No, it's just a pen.
No, I have tissue.
No.
No, I don't have tissue.
No.
Okay. Oh, wait, I'm getting a phone. Can you pick up the phone, please?
Yeah.
Who is it?
It says Reno.
Oh, go ahead and put it on speaker.